Hey, how's it going today, folks? I'm going to go ahead and start on this little project here. This should be a fun one because I don't know anything about this motorcycle whatsoever. Mini bike, I guess. Pit bike, mini bike, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Only thing I've got is a side panel that says Screamer. And on the front up here it says Kong Powersports. I got nothing else. There's no labels or anything anywhere else. Other than it says Pongo, Kong shocks, and Screamer on the fender. That's it. So I have no clue what this bike actually is or who makes it. I have no clue what size it is, what size the engine is. The guy I got it from said it was four-stroke, so shouldn't need to mix oil and gas. And that's all I know. I mean, literally that's all I know about it. So this is there's no clutch, so I'm assuming yeah, this is the rear brake. There's no clutch, so I'm just assuming it's a 1-speed, you know, just a constant velocity CV transmission or something. This is the front brake, or the rear brake, and that's the front brake over there with the throttle, and everything seems to be working okay. I just don't know much about it. So, but you know, I picked it up for 60 bucks. I thought, what the heck? Let me play with it and see if I can get it to run. And you know, if anything, it'll be a fun little bike just to have around here. Leave it set out by the back porch, and if I need to run somewhere, just hop on it and go. You know. So, yeah, this is what we'll be playing with, and I just want to give you a quick look at it, and I'll be adding this to my projects. I'm not sure what to call this thing yet, so I'm going to go ahead and probably look on the internet and see if I can find what they call what Kong Powersports are, or what a Screamer mini bike is. So yeah, it was just, I would call that an impulse buy. Guy only wanted 60 bucks for it, so I'm like, it's worth it to me just to play with it, even if I can't sell it. So, alright, I'll go ahead and cut it there, and catch you on the next one. I'll let you know what happens. Peace out. Hey, how's it going, folks? So I'm going to show you and tell you a couple things I learned recently by researching this bike. There is no such thing as Kong Powersports or what have you, or a Screamer. There is something called, if you remember on the other side, it's that Dirt Squirt. There is a bike called a Dirt Squirt, but it looks nothing like this one. It was made back in the 70s, I guess, early 70s, and it yeah, it looked much different. It was like a bigger dirt bike. It looked more like a big, you know, full-size dirt bike, even though it wasn't full-size. Anyway, what I have learned is that this is a I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna butcher the name. Minarelli scooter engine. Okay, I think it's Minarelli, M-I-N-E-R-I-L-L-I, something like that. But basically, it's the same setup used in a scooter. And what I found out was that the guy who sold this to me said that he used to put just gas right into the gas tank. So I started thinking about that, because every video I was looking at said that the Minarelli engines were 2-stroke. So honestly, I didn't really know the difference between the two. I didn't. So I just looked it up. So here it is. If your carburetor hooks into the head of the motor, it's a 4-stroke. If it hooks into the block of the motor, it's a 2-stroke. Well, guess what? This one hooks into the block. You can't see it real well, but I got my finger on it. That's in the block. This is the head up here. This silver piece, and you know, this is all the head. The carburetor goes way down there. That tells me it's a 2-stroke. So this guy who had this before me, it probably died on him while I was riding it, and then he gave up because he didn't realize it was a 2-stroke. So there it is. I just figured I'd give a quick update, and I'm not going to work on it tonight, but I will definitely catch you on the next one. Lots of fun figuring all this out. This is the part I like, right? I remember it much, much more when I figured it out myself. So yeah, it's a 2-stroke, not a 4-stroke. And now I have to figure out what mixture. So I'll try probably like 30 to 1, or it's probably somewhere between 30 and 50 to 1 is my guess. That's what most things are. So, and this size engine is probably closer to 50 to 1, I'm guessing. Again, pure guess. Don't quote me on that. It's a pure guess. But yeah, that is a 2-stroke engine. And the guy told me it was a 4-stroke, and it's not. So that's why he couldn't get it to run. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut it there, and I will catch you on the next one where I try to figure out what fuel mixture it needs. Alright, catch you later, dudes. Okay, so next revelation. Sorry, I got the hiccups. This is an oil tank, and on the gas cap itself, there is no mixture, because I think what's happening is this is an auto feed mixture. So even though it's a 2-stroke engine, it's automatically feeding the oil to the gas, right down here. This leads directly to that tank up there. This hose here does, which goes down in here, and if you notice, is directly in line with where the carb comes in. So I think what's happening is it's an auto mixture. You know, you have things like that. People call them 4-strokes, but they're truly 2-strokes. It's just auto mixing, that's all. A lot of boat motors, a lot of outdoor boat motors are that way. So anyway, I think what might be happening is that the guy had regular gas in here, because that's what they told him, and then he had regular oil in here instead of 2-cycle oil. So I don't know what that would have done to this engine. I'm definitely not the expert on that, but sounds to me like it may have been building up too much compression or something. I mean, just, you know, logically thinking about it. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm wrong all the time. I've already admitted it a couple times in this video. But I believe that's what's happening, is that it is still a 2-stroke, and it's just auto mixing the oil and the gas. So my guess is that they were putting regular oil in that instead of 2-cycle oil, or 2-stroke, 2-cycle. They're both the same thing. 2-stroke, 2-cycle are interchangeable. I say 2-stroke. 99% of the world says 2-cycle. Don't ask me why. I guess that's what my dad taught me. So there it is. It auto feeds. It is a 2-cycle, 2-stroke, whatever you want to call it. So we're making big progress. And tomorrow I'll throw some. I might have to go get some, because I don't know if I have any around here. I've got a couple boat motors, but I haven't used them in a really long time, so I don't know where my 2-stroke oil is. Oh, I have some for the chainsaw, so yeah, I'll use that. So I'm going to put some 2-stroke in that. Well, I'm going to pull that off, empty it out, see if it was already 2-stroke. You can almost always tell, because the 2-stroke oil looks more like what, purplish, I guess, blackish, brownish, like a dark brownish black. Anyway, 2-stroke looks much different than just regular motor oil. So I'll pop that off and see what's actually in it, and then I'll put some gas in it, and I may try to start it. I don't know. I got the battery charging over there. I don't know if it's working too well, but it doesn't really matter, because I have a new one coming tomorrow. So I'll definitely have a new battery tomorrow. But it looks like this one, yeah, it's not taking a charge. Not taking a charge at all. So I'm gonna just go ahead and turn that off. Disconnect it. No reason to have it going. So, yep, okay, there it is. We're all good. Still has pressure in the tires too, that's surprising. I really didn't question the guy a whole lot about it. Alright, I'll go ahead and cut it off there, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.